Okay, so in previous session I started a topic called push down automata, which is related to context free grammar. Okay, so we define PDA as a PDA like with 7 tuples. Okay, there would be states, inputs. Okay, then there is set of stack symbol, delta, then Q0. So in some books they write Z0, but I'm taking R and F. So these are known to us. Okay, sorry, these are known to us. 1, 2, rather 3 and 4. Okay, this would be somewhat new for us. Like definition would be changing. Okay, and this toe is a stack symbol. So like we are going to see a machine now with additional memory. Now we said that like what are the method that we saw earlier? There was a tape involved. Okay, so there is a tape. There is a read head. Okay, it reads one character at a time and moves to right. Correct, moves to right. So it goes on. So when your string ends, we are assuming that every time the string would be ending with epsilon. So with assumption, like if suppose string is of length 5, then string is here and then it ends with epsilon. So this is our assumption on the tape. Okay, so we are going to see, we are going to make use of an additional memory called push down stack. Okay, so this is called as push down stack. So this would be useful for keeping information what symbol we tracked earlier. Like if we see some symbol here, then we are going to make changes in the stack appropriately. So the example I gave in previous session was like talking about like matching this parenthesis. So what we do is whenever we get these parentheses, we keep loading them into the stack. So whenever we say opening, 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 we uploaded them in the stack. And then suddenly whenever we get closing bracket, then we pop the topmost. We pop the topmost. We pop the topmost. That means what? You are going to see contents in the input and suddenly at the same time you are going to operate on the stack. That's what that's how the function would be. So like here this toe represents stack symbol. So I'm assuming that there are color plates available. So basically I'm going to make use of 3 colors mostly for most of the examples. If required, we'll add one more. So this R I'm going to make use of for red. So I'm assuming that this would be always my top of the stacks, first element in the stack, so that it can let me know where exactly my stack starts. Okay. Further, is it visible properly, by the way? I don't know.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. Allah, by the way, I'm not able to hear anything, but maybe you can put it on chat window. Yeah. So I'm assuming it is visible. Okay. So we are going to assume that these would be the different color plates that are available. So this red, then I'm going to have something called as blue. Okay. And this I'm going to make use to represent plate. So these are my plates with these colors. So red, blue, green. So appropriately, whenever I see some symbol onto the tape, I'm going to take action and I'm going to push or pop elements from here. So we define 3 operations there at the same time, like there would be a push operation. So push the delta would be defined like this. So this toe would be containing this RBG or RGB, whatever. Okay, there might be other color plates too, depending upon the requirement. Every time, so this is generalized thing that I'm saying that there would be color plates. So like these are the few colors that I'm going to make use of mostly. Okay, so though I'm using these symbols to represent those colors R, blue, red, blue, and green. Correct. So they would be part of two, and one of them always would be this top of the stack. So this R I'm going to make use of it here so as to communicate to the system that my stack starts here. Okay, so this delta. Now we already talked about delta. We already talked about this. This delta would be a transition function which operates on a state. It takes into consideration an input from the tape. Okay, and also it sees what is there onto the stack. Okay, what is there on? There could be anything, like there could be a blue plate at the top, there could be green plate at the top, depending upon the problem. Okay, so this Q sigma tau, Q cross sigma cross tau. So whenever like we see the state, we see what is there onto the tape under read head. So this is a read head, and we are going to see at the same time content. So this will lead to three operations. So like I'm defining those three operations. First operation is push. So push would be like I do define this operation as Q cross to star. So you will be entering into state. Okay. So it may be same state, it may be different state. Correct. And then there would be change in the stack. So like I wrote to star. So suppose initially my symbol seems to be like this, delta Q comma A comma say for example some symbol here. So push operation will significantly will show us say P comma say for example RB. So in this case this B was the top. Now we are changing from Q to P. Now this Q and P may be same, we don't know. Okay, this Q and P may be same. This RB means what? This is B and at the top you are putting something. Okay, so that means you are inserting something. So if at the top is B, then we are adding R there. So first element on the top would be R now, and at the top of the stack R is there going to be there. So if it is a pop operation, this is referred as push. If it is a pop operation, then there can be it can enter into P and you will write here epsilon. What does epsilon means? You saw B there at the top of the stack and you are going to remove this. So pop would be represented like this and there would be operation called no change. So that means you are skipping an element from here. So it will remain into some state. So it may be same and you are going to put this B as it is. So if this is my operation, so these three would be the kind of operation like if I am going to apply this transition function as a result of execution of transition function, one of the action will take place. So we have to make sure that as per the standard stack operation, we are going to push only one element on the stack. OK, are you with me? Yeah, so I'm asking wrong question because I'm not able to hear anything. So it's OK. So that like we talked about an example for a language L A raised to n B raised to n greater than equal to 1. Now you may wonder like I haven't talked anything about this F yet. So this F like if you talk about Q, sigma, even tau, so we are always write finite non-empty, correct? Finite non-empty. But for F, I am going to write empty. It may be empty. We don't know. Correct? We are not sure about it. It may be empty. Fine. Now when it is empty, ultimately, at the same time, we are going to make sure what? That it the Q, F either would be subset of Q. So when I say F is subset of Q, one of the subset of Q is phi. So that's why it in general it is said. So whenever you are asked, design a PDA for say for example this kind of language. Then in that situation, you are going to always see that like there could be a problem like this. Design a PDA for this which accepts strings with empty stack. OK, so when I say empty stack, ultimately how do I define this? So let me try to talk about this. So what would be L? In this case, what would be L? AB, AABB, AAA, BBB, and so on. Correct? So we are saying that all A's should occur, then followed by all B's. But we have to make sure that A's and B's are going to be number of A's and B's are going to be same. OK, now I'm defining myself an operation. So it is similar to similar to this. Like I can say that it is like this raised to n, this raised to n. It all opening brackets, then all closing brackets. So it is like this only, A raised to n, B raised to n. So I'm assuming that when I said when we work with this kind of problem in stack operation, we do push these elements onto stack. Okay, so what I'm assuming, whenever I do see an opening bracket, whenever I do see an A, I am going to push blue on the stack. I'm going to push blue on the stack. Okay, so how exactly I do write this? So like if I have two A's, so initially my configuration will be something like this. So I have red here. So I will be in initial state Q0. Okay, so I do see that there is an element called A, and at the top of the stack, I do see R. This is my first function. So delta Q0 AR. Now, whenever we do talk about this Q0 AR, as we decided, we are going to push an element, okay, which is B. So how we will write that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make any change in the stack, any change in the state. So I will keep that state as it is. Okay, and I will write BR. So suppose if my string is this, okay, so I do see first A. So for A, I was in Q0 as per my definition of PDA Q0, Q0A, and then at the top of the stack R. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to push element here as blue. Okay. Now next thing. Now I already processed. So whenever you apply one transition function, this read head will move to next. So now I have Q0A. What is top of the stack now? It is B. Correct? So now I will repeat this process. So push B. So I will be writing Q0 BB. So this B also would be added. Now make sure that you will not write BBR because you know only top of the stack. You don't know how many A's are there, correct? So like here you are assuming that this is first A, this is second A. You can apply this for this kind of example also. So for example, if you talk about this triple A, triple B. So I will in parallel write this solution. Okay, so at the top we are having R. So Q0, now this is A, R. So we will push B. So we are getting this. Now this A is done. So in the second A, Q0, A and B. So we are pushing one B. Q0, A, B. We are pushing B. So in both the cases, this should work. Now when I said both, I mean to say any string here that is occurring in this set. It is these two are applicable there. Now what is to be done? When we said we are getting closing bracket, we are going to pop the elements from the stack. So let us write that. So we will be like, see, at one point of time, all these A's will finish. So that's why we'll write Q0. We are going to get B, and at the top, no matter how many A's are, we should get B. Correct? Are you with me? So now how exactly the epsilon is like pop operation is to be written? So I will write like this. So now I am purposefully changing this state to Q1. So make sure, like most of the times you have to make sure this whenever you are uploading something. Uploading, I mean to say whenever you are adding or pushing element into the stack, try to make sure that you will keep this state possibly same. Whenever you are saying pop, try to change it because suppose if you keep Q0 only and suppose after this B, A comes, then this will get executed. Correct? That's why we are writing this Q1. Now when it is in Q1, we will never write Q1 AB because after when it enters into Q1, it is not going to get at all A there. So only this operation would be possible. Now for first B, no matter here or any place. So this B would be popped or this B would be popped in both the cases. Correct? Fine. So now we will be into Q1. Now we have to process this B or this B or this B. So in both the cases, you are going to execute pop. So you write Q1 epsilon. So this would be popped. This would be popped. Now I will keep it aside for a while. OK, so we are going to get this situation now. Q1. Now my string ends here. Correct? Two B's are done. My string ends. So I will get epsilon. I will get R. So I will keep it for a while here only. OK, my other like the problem. I will keep it here. Now, if I see this will be applied recursively Q1 BB so as to pop this. So at the end, all B's are processed, all B's are processed, all B's are popped. you should get this situation only Q1 epsilon R. So as to say that they are equal. Now you have two methods, as I said, empty stack or final state. Accepted by empty stack or accepted by final state. So whenever you are writing accepted by empty stack, your F remains phi. And if you are accepting through final state, one state would be added. So I write this way. So if you are accepting with empty stack, you write like this. Q1 epsilon. Even like because you have to empty the stack. So as I said, every pop you should change the state because you don't know after this epsilon, if again A occurs or B occurs, then it will try to work out with this Q1 epsilon R. Correct. But that's why it is better to write this Q2 epsilon. Or now this would be what accepted by empty stack. So you would be asked only one, either design a PDA using empty stack or final state. So now if it is final state, okay, then you write QFR. So or you can say Q2 even. So in that case, you are not making any change in the stack. So you are taking this R as it is. This is true final state. Now what would be Q if it is empty stack? Q0, Q1, Q2, and F to be phi. Okay, with empty stack. Now for final state, Q0, Q1, QF. Now you may say states are same. You can keep this as it is on even. Like if you can keep this as Q1, 2, not a problem. Okay, it will not hamper anything. So if you keep this Q1, the number of states would be only 2. But that is completely your decision. What is to be done? Is that okay? Now I can hear you probably through iPad. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Yes. Any questions? So nobody is asking. So I'm assuming that you are with me and understood what exactly I was trying to tell. Okay, so let us move to next problem now. So now I'm taking one interesting problem now again. So okay, sorry. Now what exact? Sorry, I should have written WCWR. Okay, I made a mistake. So okay, WCWR. Now W would be string of AB. So what is the possibility of the strings? What is the possibility of this language? So it could be ACA, BCB, ABC, BA, AACAA, BACAB, BBC, BB. Am I right? So you are saying what? Before C, whatever occurs after C, reverse of it will occur. Correct? That's what we said. It's like if I see BA, then there would be AB. If I see BB, then BB. If I see AA, then AA. If I see AB, then BA. Even if I see, for example, ABA, C, ABA. If it is ABB, C, BBA. So such kind of strings would be possibly there with L. Is that fine? Okay. So now we have to design this. So we know now this C is going to tell us that my original string ended. And then my reverse would be starting. correct? So what we'll do is before this C, we'll push, and after the C, we'll pop. Now I'm introducing different color plates for A and B. So let us say for A, I'm going to push blue. For B, I'm going to push green. And at the top of the stack, already my R is there. So let us see this. Suppose if I take string like this, ABAC. Okay, let us take this ABB, CBBA. So what will happen? These are. So first you got A, so push blue. You got B, push green. You got B, push green. After C, make the change make the change in the state. Don't make any change in the stack. Now when you get B, you should get G here only. If you get B there, here on the at the top, if you see blue plate, that means it is wrong. It should never occur, correct? Fine. Are you with me?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the logic behind here? Whenever I see A, I will push blue plate. Whenever I see B, I will push green plate before C. And after C, whenever I get blue, ultimately I should see that on the tip it is A. If I get B on the tip, then I should see at the top of the stack green plate is there. Otherwise, the string is not working. So let us try it. So initially, as I said, before C, there would be push. So possibility is what? Your string may start with A, your string may start with B. So we are going to have start configuration like this. Am I right? See, you can see that string may start with A, string may start with B. At the top of the stack, there is R. Correct? Now, okay. So now if it is the case that we are going to see this, as we already stated, whenever we see A, we are going to push B. So we are going to keep tracking this until we reach to C. So as an a point of case, I will write Q1, BR, Q1, GR. So one of them would be definitely executed at point of time, at one point of time. Okay. Now in which state would be after processing first symbol will remain in Q1. Now after first A or after first B, we may get A or B. We don't know. So we have to write this. So I would be seeing this case. What exactly that means? I'm in Q1. That means I've processed first symbol on the tape. OK, I am getting A again at the second symbol, and earlier also I saw A. That's why at the top B would be there. Correct? Correct, like this. So for example, for first A, I already pushed blue. Now I am going to push again second plate for this A, which is blue. So this is the situation. Second situation is I got B earlier. That's why top is G. Now I am getting A. So it is like this BA. So I got B. I push green. Now I am getting A. That means this would be the situation. So in both the cases, I am going to push blue plate. Sorry, I wrote wrongly. Q1 BG. Fine. Now this case, if I'm getting B, that means first if at the top of the stack blue plate is there, that means I initially got A. That's why blue plate was there. Now I'm getting B. So I will write GB. And if two B's are there, so first B was G green, second B also is green. Is that fine? You can unmute and let me know because I can hear now from speaker of my iPad. Is that okay? Any question till this? Sanjot, Rutuja, Samay?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Chinmay?
No, sir.
Sir, can you please explain once more the final state and an empty step?
Yeah. I will take that scenario here as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I think you are with me with respect to this now. Now this will process all A's and B's rather before C. So you can take any string from here. Okay, we will try to take some examples here in this part. Fine. Okay. Now let us say that all A's and B's are processed. That means we are pushing blue, we are pushing green, depending upon whatever the situation that is arising. Okay. Now there would be a situation. We will be in Q1. I am getting C. So before C, what is the possibility? I could have seen blue B, small b, or I could have seen small a. We don't know. So this would be again, there would be two situations. Q1, C, G. Correct? Correct? So we are not going to make any change in the stack. So I'm talking about this operation now. We are not going to make any change in the stack. So we are going to keep this B as it is. But probably we may change the state. Okay, so we have to, because otherwise what will happen? If you don't change the state, again you are going to get A and B, and then this will start processing. But now we know that after C, we have to pop. That's why we'll change the state and we'll write Q2. We'll keep that blue plate as it is. We'll enter into Q2. We'll keep green plate as it is. Now at the time of pop, if I get A, suppose this is the string. Say for example, let me take it some string here like this. So it is A, B, C, A, B. Is it WCWR? No.
No,
because
sir.
this is not reverse, correct? So because of this, what will happen? So R, blue, green, correct? Added in the stack. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, good. So that means what? If I see B, then at the top I should get B only. Okay, sorry, G only. So if it is BA, if it is ABC BA, okay, now my string is ABC BA. What would be the scenario? R, B, G. So if I get B, then ultimately I'm going to get G. If I get A, then I should get B only. So the possibility is this. Sorry. So if I get A, then at the top it should be B. If I get B, then at the top it should be G. So simple thing. Because we have to pop after C, correct? Now you will never get Q2B B. So if you get it, that means string is wrong. We'll try it. We'll try it. Okay, this is G by the way. Yeah. Fine. Now what would be the final scenario? Your string ended. So I'm saying that there are two ways to accept this. So if you are asked this problem, like design a PDA for L equal to WCWR accepted by empty stack, simply write this. So for example, without changing the state, I'm writing this Q2 epsilon. You keep the state as it is, you type epsilon, done. So this R also would be popped from the stack. So stack would be completely empty. So this is empty stack. Chinmay, please note. My
Yes.
suggestion is like as a common rule between us, all of you and me, we will make sure that whenever we are writing an empty stack solution, we will not change the state in the final case, so that like everyone will get same solution. Okay, probably I'm assuming that we are on same track. Now if it is final state, so you are not going to make any change in the stack. You are going to keep R as it is. Correct? You are going to make or keep that R as it is, but you are going to write some state here. So it could be Q3, for example. Now in that case, this Q3 will act as final state. So capital F in this case would be, look, I will write scenario for PDA here. So this is delta, whole thing is delta. I will write other 6 elements here for final state, and for empty stack I will write here. Okay, this is through final state. Now what happens here? Q with final state. So I am writing this about final state solution. Q would be what? Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Correct. And F would be Q3. My tau would be RGB. R would be R, Q0 would be Q0, sigma would be ABC. Correct. That's what we have given. Now for final empty stack, it would be like this. So Q would be, now if I don't see this, how many states are there? Only 3. So Q0, Q1, Q2. Correct. And F is empty. So whenever you are asked to solve with empty stack, so like there is an importance of this as well. Huh? So like you may have a question in your mind why we are talking about empty stack. So at one point of time, while we work with one method, later we will require this. That's why this is a provision made, that empty stack aspect. Okay. Yeah, the one who is having Windows laptop laptop with you, or any device which where you can take screenshot, please take it. It would be better. Please take the screenshot and share it on chat window. Cut it appropriately so that it can be taken. Chinmay, will you do it for me?
Yes, sir, I'm doing it.
Okay. So let Chinmay do the thing. So okay, let us take a sample case. Like give me one sample case. So I will ask somebody. Pragati, Vidate, give me one
Yes, sir.
string. Give me one string which fits into this set. So give bigger one so that it will be easy for us to understand.
Okay.
WCWR. Give me one string. So we'll assume it. We'll write that string here.
A.
You give me. You go on. You speak completely. Then I will.
A. B.
So you are saying A B
A.
A
B.
B
B.
B
C.
C. Now reverse, na?
Yes.
B B A B
A.
A
B.
A. Correct. Correct. So your string is A B B B C B B A B A A. So let me write that string. So A B A B B C B B A B A. Correct. And this is her string. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so this is epsilon. Okay, so yeah, let us work out. So this is my stack. Okay, this is my stack, and I'm going to use R here as the initial state. So you are having string starting with A. So Q0 AR. Pragati, let me know what is to be done. Pragati, let
Q
me know what's better.
R
Sorry.
Q1 BR.
So that means we are going to push a element, correct? So we pushed it. Yes. Now we are in state Q1, correct? So earlier in Q0, so we are in Q1. Okay. Kunj, let me know now. This is your second symbol. You are processing now this one B. Sorry, A. You are in Q1. You are getting A, and at the top of the stack there is B. So what should be next plan or action for us? Kunj. So it is Q1AB. Kunj, are you there? Okay, Chinmay. Q1AB.
So I'm confused if if the state will change now.
So we already have taken, na? So we have to see this. See, we took first A, so we applied Q0 A and R. So we applied Q1 BR, correct? Fine. Now we are in state Q1. We are having next symbol as A and at the top B. What is there? Q1 AB. Check in the transition function.
Okay, so that is Q1 and BB.
BB. So we are pushing 1B, correct? So this is done. So we are in Q1 only. Now Q1 B. Allad.
Yes, sir. Um, so again, Q1 BB would happen.
No. Q1 B.
Oh,
So
okay.
C.
So G. We'll push
Yeah.
G.
Very good. Correct. So this is done. So we are here. We are in still Q1. Okay, Siddhi. Q1 AG.
Push B.
So this is to be put. So it is what BG, na? So Q1 AG, correct? So it would be Q1 BG. So we are pushing B. We process this. Now we are here. Q1 BB. Okay. Sanjot.
Yes, sir. Push
Q1
G.
BP. Sorry.
Push G.
G. Very good. Okay. Now next is Ritesh. Oh, sorry. Ritesh left. Samay. Now we are at this B. So Q1 BG. Samay.
Yes, it would be push G. Sorry, I was speaking with my phone.
So now we have processed all of these, correct? A, B. You may see that there are 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many push should be there? 6. Let us count. So can you see that we have pushed 6? Now check how many A's are there in the string? 3. Correct? 3 A and 3 B's. Ultimately 3 blue plates and 3 green plates. One can see that. Correct? Now
Um,
we are in Q1. We are seeing C and at the top we are having G. Yeah, Chinmay, you are saying something?
Sir, your voice keeps getting muted every 2-3 seconds.
Myself I'm doing it because I'm taking a lecture from house.
Oh, okay.
So we have Q1 CG. Let me know the plan of action.
Change the state.
Change the state. Don't make any change here, correct? So now you are having Q2BG. What is next plan? So do we have to apply this Q2BG?
Yes, sir.
So what will happen?
Pop G.
Will pop G.
So we are moving to next. We popped. Now next thing is Q2BG again.
Pop G.
Pop G. Okay, good. We are having A. Q2AB. Correct? We are having Q2AB. So again it is what? Pop. We are here Q2BG.
Pop G.
Q2AB.
Pop B.
Very good. Pop B. Q2AB.
Again Pop B.
Q2 epsilon R.
Empty stack.
Very good. So empty stack, that means you remove this. So you will end up here. If you see here, you can take any string, it will accept. If you take any string in this form before C, if you try to take wrong one, so let me take this one A B A B C A B A B. We know that this doesn't fit here, correct? But let us try. So we have R, correct? Q0. Let me know. What should be my next plan? Q0AR.
Q1 change.
This becomes Q1. We are here. So B. Q1 BB. This B and this B.
GB.
Push G.
Q1 B. Good, very good. G. Q1 AG.
Push B.
Blue, correct? Q1 BB.
Push G.
Q1 CG.
Change state.
Very good. Q2. Correct? Q2 AG. Do we have it here?
No, sir.
No. That is, this doesn't work. Am I right? So you can see that every time you take a wrong, when I say wrong, I mean to say like which doesn't fit here, you will definitely see that this will fail. Because if the transition function is not given, so that means what? These are the rules for operation. These are the rules for operation. If you don't see a rule defined here, that means the given string is wrong or given input doesn't work with this kind of solution. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will give you one problem so that you can solve it and let me know. Now here, this sigma will have ABCD. Now what change is required here in this case? Same language, L equal to WCWR. I want you to write this definition. Now there would be addition now. Okay, because you have A, you have B, and you have D. So you write blue, green, and white. Try solving this. Will you be able to solve it? Try to solve it. Okay, consider this as an homework for you peoples. So you try to submit it by say 10 PM today. Okay, night. I will add that on Moodle so that what is to be done? Some small modification is to be done in this solution so that it will accept this D as well. And for D, you are going to introduce white. Is that fine? Understood the problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me take another interesting problem now again. I'm saying interesting again. Okay. Now we'll make like this is good one. Like what are the example that we saw? We know that there is a C which is differentiating character, and we can see that there are A's and B's, and then we are tracking them. Now let us try to take this. L is equal to A raised to n, B raised to n plus 1, n greater than equal to 1. What would be your logic here? Okay, by the way, you should ask a question. So is it a context-free grammar? Yes. How can I write the grammar? So I want all A's and B's to be generated. Suppose it is S gives AB and A gives AB or AAB. So this grammar will give you any such string. A raised to n, B raised to n plus 1. So L would be what? ABB, AA, BBB, AAA, BBB. So like number of A's and number of B's. Number of A's, if they are 3, then number of B's would be 4. Number of A's are 2, the number of B's are 3. So number of A's and number of B's will differ only, like number of B's would be plus 1 than number of A's. Correct? So this is your language. What would be your logic here to solve this problem? Every context-free grammar you should be able to write. For every context-free language you should be able to write this grammar. Okay, that's why we wrote it. So for even earlier case, for this case, how the grammar would be? Say like we know that there would be say for example A S A B S B and C. If you see, are you going to get all these things? You should be able to. ASA, BSB and C. You should be able to get this. So ACA, you got ACA. If you write ASA and you write BSB, ABS, BA. Correct? And then last S would be replaced by C. So you should be able to get. So this is C by the way. Huh? This is not epsilon. Fine. Okay, so for every context-free grammar, you should be able to get that. Okay, now let us try to. Can somebody tell me what should be the logic to implement this? We'll take this example and we'll stop. Rutuja, can you tell me how exactly we should implement this?
Sir, when we read A, then Q1, sorry, Q0.
No, you give general logic. So let us not worry about how exactly we'll solve it. You give me general. So for A, what action would be there?
Push B.
Okay, good. For every A, na?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Then if in the stack there is a blue, and if B comes, then B, comma blue, push green.
But rather,
No.
why?
Yes. ओके सर जेव्हा पहिला बी येईल त्यावेळेला काही पुट न करता आपण फक्त स्टेट चेंज करूया.
Okay,
आणि
so let's
पुढच्या
good,
B ला
good, good. So she gave you one solution. I will give you another solution. So let me go with her solution first. So I hope everybody understood what she tried saying. So what she said was, whenever you have A's, push blue plate on the stack. So when you see first B, change the state again. Okay, don't make any change in the stack, and then later all B's you pop everything. So I will let me write her solution. Am I right, Rutuja?
Yes, sir. That's.
Okay, so you have this situation. So ultimately we'll write this Q1 PR. Then for every A, we are going to push blue. So as per her solution now, you will see this situation. So in earlier case, we used to pop this. So you keep blue as it is, correct? And now Q2 BB, you start popping. And lastly, now I am assuming that it is with empty stack. Okay, or you choose either of the way. That should be okay with you. So Q2 epsilon R. So Q2 epsilon. Now let us take this example. A, B, B, B. Okay. So suppose this is R. So first A, okay, let us take bigger one. A, 3B, 4Bs. Huh? So first A, Q0 AR. So you get blue. Correct? Now second A, Q1 AB, you get blue. Q1 AB, you get blue. Q1 B and is B. Don't make any change. So it moves to next, correct? So Q2 B. Now Q2 BB. So 3 B's are there. It will pop each one of them. Very good. So this is one solution. So let me write something different. So I'm not going to do this here. So what I will do, I'm going to make some change here. Okay. Second solution. This is first solution. Now second solution. So you can give me one more solution as well, if it is possible. So I will write for every A, I am going to push what Rutuja said. Okay. So Q1 A blue is Q1 blue blue. Now I'm making some change here. So Q1 B B. Suppose if I write like that. So what I'm going to do is Q2 epsilon delta Q2 B B Q2 epsilon delta Q2 B R. Now do you think this should work also? Okay, now let us see. So I will take the same example, triple A, 4 Bs. 1, 2, 3. Correct? So first A, we push blue, we are in Q1. Second A, we'll push blue. Third A, we'll push blue. So we are done with this, correct? Now Q2, first B and B. Pop it, enter into Q2. Second B, Q2 BB, pop this, enter into Q2 only, remain in Q2. Q2 BB, pop it. Q2B, now top of the stack is R, and then pop it. Done. So these are the two solutions. Can somebody give me another other than these two? So I hope everybody understood these two solutions. Alad?
Yes, sir, but I have a doubt about this whole thing. I mean, we are pushing it and then at the end we are popping it, these plates, but I don't really get the point of why we need to pop it. I mean, what are we achieving? What's the why was
Okay.
this made?
Okay. So let me tell you what is the objective. Now, whenever you are processing something, okay, like you missed first session, and I don't know whether have you seen that video that was added by me in Moodle. If you see that, you will get the idea behind this. What is to be done is, like, suppose if I have number of A's and number of B's to be same, how do you know that? Like while reading from the tape, how will you know that they are same? Like what are the examples that we took? We took nearly 3 examples today, correct? So first example was A raised to n, B raised to n. How will you make sure that number of A's and number of B's are same? So if you use finite automata there, will you be able to tell like how many A's you have tracked there? It is very difficult. because you cannot keep additional information that I have followed all A's. So this pushing is telling us like how many, like whenever you write, if you see 3 B's there, that means what you can know, because you know the operation why you pushed B, because you identified A there on the tape. That's why you definitely can tell that I got 3 A's there on the tape. So this is additional memory that we are providing, which was not available with finite automata. Now finite automata was what? Like if you write this like this, say for example, like how will you know that how many A's are tracked by you? So this would be suppose Q0 and Q1. How many A's are tracked by you? You are only going to tell, okay, what is the accepted string? So A, 2A's, 3A's, 4A's, 5A's, so on. But if at all you want to verify, it would be difficult for you. Now, will you be able to give me a finite automata for this language? A raised to n, B raised to n. Can you give me that? So you may say, okay, let me try this one. So suppose this is A raised to n. Okay, or this is A raised to n. So this will tell me that only minimum one A. Na? So let us say A raised to this, and then I'm having B, and this is final. Now can you tell me how many A's possibly would be there here?
No, sir, that wouldn't be. It would be
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Correct. Very difficult. You may not be able to get, like at least you can get only 1A, 1B, but you never can get 2 A's and 2 B's, because it can go to 3 B's or single B, because it is reaching to final state. Correct. All right. So
Yes.
that's the reason we want to keep track of memory. We want to use external memory to keep track of what is processed on the tape. And that's what you are doing actually when you try to verify whether the given statement is valid or not syntactically. So this PDA is mainly used, or this structure is mainly used for parsing purposes. Like your parser makes use of stack most of the time. Again, that's why this PDA came into picture. Now I hope I tried clearing your problem and you understood it.
Yeah.
Because we want to keep track of this. Okay, that's why. Okay, Rohit, can you give me some solution other than these two? Can you think of? Or maybe I'm asking it to Rohit, but anyone can think of this. Can you give one another solution for this problem? Like here, what we did was, as per Rutuja's solution, first B we skipped and rest B we popped. Here, what I'm doing for all initial B's, what are the number of A's? I popped for B's, and last B I popped from R. I popped R from stack. So if you see, are the solutions different? Where is the difference? First difference is here. So Q1 BB, Q1 BB. We kept B as it is. We entered into Q2. Here I skipped, or I popped the stack. And last statement is also different. Q2 epsilon R. I'm writing Q2 epsilon. And here I'm going to get Q2 BR. And then Q2 epsilon. Is that fine?
Sir, can I read a string from right to left?
Good question. Good question. How will you know that? Because the machines were designed in such a way that always, like for example, whenever you are talking, like if you recall, I was talking about an audio tape. Can you recall that? There was a tape recorder that we used to play the audio tapes. So if at all you have to play reverse, so you have to switch the cassette, correct?
Yes, sir.
So like but even if you are switching the cassette in opposite direction, switching, I mean to say, if suppose this is your cassette, then you are going to switch it like this, correct? But always it is going to work with left to right only. There is nothing called right to left right now, at least.
Okay,
now, when
sir.
I said at least, this was the older structure before the computers came into picture. Because these are the ideas that gave information about stack to the system, and that's why operating system designers could make use of these stacks. The language designers also could make use of these tags to verify the syntax. Okay. Chinmay, again work from you here. Please take a screenshot and share it. Sorry, I'm bothering you a lot.
No, sir, it's okay. Can you just move the page a little to the left? Other side, other left.
It's okay. You don't want. We don't
Oh,
want
okay.
that. It was for Allah only. So I hope what Allah was asking, was it clear to everybody? What Allah was asking? Why we are exactly learning this PDA? Because I tried giving you the solution. Maybe like you take this screenshot. Maybe others. Everyone can take the other side of it, which I want rather shown right now. Chinmay, done with this?
Yes, sir, done.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you see this, that's what I was trying to tell. Like whenever you are having a raised to n, b raised to n. Let me tell you. For CFGs, very few CFGs are there for which you can get this finite automata. Like for example, can I say that ABB is a string which can be generated using a grammar? How can it be generated? So I can say that A would be giving AB. Similarly, if I have to draw finite automata for this, I can get it. Done. ABB. Correct. But when I magnify the solution and if I add one more A here, then I cannot get it. So that's why, like if you see your regular grammar is subset of context-free grammar. Every context-free grammar cannot be regular grammar, but every regular grammar is going to be context-free grammar. I made one statement here. Have you heard what I said?